question will go to Tom first. How do you propose to support the recreational needs in Norfolk, and what are your top priorities in this area?
I'm going to go back to my goal and priorities. The only way you're going to support or fund recreational opportunities in this community is to have dollars available to do it. I mean, there's a reason why I'm confident that our leaders would already have, we would have the finest facilities in the state if we had the funds laying in a bank someplace that we just pull out and use. So I think we need to go back and we need to take a real close look at how we structure our economic development community and how we reach out to businesses. There's a lot that we're doing right, and I'm certainly not saying that the measures we're doing are not right, because they are, they're good. But I think if we take a look, take a trip up to South Sioux, I'll talk about that every time I get a chance tonight. That community, it's between their ears is where they do most of it. A town of 21,000 people has over $700 million in economic development projects started in the last 24 months. I'm telling you, there's a lot going on. There's collaborative efforts that are going on. They don't have these turf wars, and I think we're on the verge of curing that. I think we're working in the right direction, and I'm very optimistic about the direction it's going. But I don't want us to lose focus and breathe a sigh of relief that we've got a great opportunity before us, and we're just going to relax and let it happen. This is a great turnout tonight. This tells me that you people care, and depending on who's elected, we will call upon you to be engaged in those conversations.
All right, Sue, I will reread the question for your benefit. How do you propose to support the recreational needs in Norfolk, and what are your top priorities in this area?
What are my top priorities? I think my top priorities are just to make sure that we are certainly all with a plan. Do I have a plan for us? No. Am I willing to listen to and talk about? I am. But I think one thing we need to acknowledge is that we certainly have been shown through the gift of Norfolk Iron and Metal how important recreational facilities are to a community. That's a business that's been around Norfolk, Nebraska for, I don't know, what we celebrate, 75 years, I believe, just recently. 100 years. Thank you. And their gift was, you're right. And so they understand what it is to have the recreational facilities here. And I think we need to applaud them, and we need to follow that leadership. We as business owners, too, need to recognize that it's that, again, that commitment to the city of Norfolk. Sometimes I go back to the old JMK. It's not always about, it's what can we do for our city. It's not all about what can the city give to us. It's what can we do to give back to our city. So I'm going to be encouraging in the fact that it's time for all of us to take responsibility, come together, realizing that this is one of the hottest topics that is out there, is youth and recreational facilities. So,
Tom, would you like to make a comment?
I'm going to quote somebody too, but it's author unknown, so I don't know what it is. But in the absence of clearly defined priorities, we become strangely loyal to performing daily acts of trivia. So I think as we have to go about our business, we take a look at other cities out there. Collaboration works. The building we're in today, look out in the crowd, and several people have served on committees to make this thing happen. Look at the College Center in South Sioux City right now. It's an attitude. It's a collaboration of efforts that goes beyond talking about it. It goes into action. And it goes into plans that sometimes you don't agree with somebody on the shape of this room. I bet you they had some discussions about that. But you take a look at Faith Regional here in Norfolk, the Lifelong Learning Center. I always say US 92 and KNEM, rock and country in the same station. Who would have ever believed that would happen? Then, of course, the College of Nursing. Tremendous community effort where we're working together. So.
If Sue declines to make a comment,
she does.
we will move on to the next question.
We could go on and on.